everyone. Thanks for tuning Blaque in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. And as you're coming in, please do me a favor. Please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Be sure to click the notification bell, click the word all, so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page and follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. Make sure you come in liking and sharing this video, people. This is a very important story we're about to talk about. So I need you all to like and share this video. And I want you to also welcome, and let's get some fire emojis in the chat for the Vice Mayor of Mason, Tennessee, Miss Virginia Rivers. All right.
Glad to be here.
Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I know you have been so busy all day, and I know it's probably been a whole busy week, right?
Ooh, yes.
Okay, so I heard about this story. I believe it was on March the 15th. And so I broke the story on March the 16th on my morning wake-up call. I have several channels where I talk about these type of issues. And so I broke it on my channel March the 16th that morning. And then someone tweeted it, and then it caught fire. Okay, it just went all over. It was trending on Twitter. And so I want you to tell us a little bit about what's going on, because what I know from the information that I researched and everything. Okay, so Mason is a small town, 60% Black people there, and you, and along with your colleagues, have been running the city, right?
Right.
Now, so what I found to be interesting was this guy who comes in, the comptroller, he comes in and he's acting as if, to me, it sounded like he's trying to say you all are not adequate, you know, to run the city or the town, like you all don't know what you're doing, basically, and talking about all the money issues. But from what I researched, the issue started like in 2000 until 2016. And that was the other people that were working there before you all took over. And a lot of those people were embezzling and doing all kinds of shady stuff, and many of them resigned. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about exactly what's going on now.
Well, as of now, we had a meeting this morning with the comptroller of Manpower at 10 this morning. The mayor, the finance team, our city manager, along with myself, we met with the comptrollers and the auditors this morning to discuss what was in his letter, and the thing, to show him the real figures, because the $597,907, we knew that was not the correct amount. So with that being said, what we did, we went and presented to them the correct amount. We showed them it was like $480-some thousand, and we also showed them that we were in the process of paying 220-some thousand more toward that debt as well, which would have made it a lot lower than what it is. And
right now,
yes, ma'am. And see, and the thing is, and not only that, it would be even lower because. And with the 5-year plan, which we brought that up, they had said we didn't finish the 5-year plan. We corrected that while we were there and let them know that we had documentation to let them know that we did finish that 5-year plan. It was paid out in full. And we didn't stop paying the 5-year plan. We continued to pay if though we still had that 5-year plan. So technically we have overpaid. So that's money too that's going to come off of that.
Okay.
See, and there's a lot that they didn't have. And all of this uproar and that has happened wouldn't have happened if Mr. Manpower had came in and sit down with the officials and the mayor and talked to us and our finance team, of course, and talk to us and see where we were, rather than just grabbing numbers that was and just throwing things out there, making demands and all these things from the very beginning. We could have avoided all of this, but unfortunately, that's where it put us, and we had to stand up for what we needed do. So with that being said, we had a pretty productive meeting today. And he did state that once they gonna send somebody down Friday, one of the auditors down Friday, to verify the numbers that we have given them. Once they verify those numbers, then he said that they would, and we got to give once they verify the numbers and take it back, he said that they will rewrite the fund that they requested of us, the $22,134. I think that's the exact amount. But anyway, he said they will rewrite that. It could be less than what we are already paying, because we paid $10,100 anyway. That's what we were paying anyway toward the note. So he said it could, now that they see this, and when they come down and verify those numbers, then they could set it up where possibly it could be less than the 10,000 we already paying. But like that's possibility until we get all that in paperwork. But like I told them today when I was on with Mr. Parkinson, I told them that I still stand my ground, because I don't have anything in black and white, and I'm one of those that has to be in writing. I have to have it documentation, and we were just having a conversation, and to me that's what it was, a conversation. Yes, it was a productive conversation, but there's nothing concrete yet. So yes, I still stand the same ground. I don't move from where I stand, because there's nothing finalized. There's nothing in writing. And until we get that in writing and he backs off, which he says that once we get our 2020 audit done and our 21, which we made clear to him, the 2020 audit has been there. It was in on time. It was the auditor who didn't do the audit. And so he's been holding on to our audit for over however long, and he's supposed to have got it to us a few weeks ago. We never received it. So technically we got our 2021 to go, but we can't drop those numbers until we receive the 2020. So they are the holdup to why we couldn't drop the 2021 the 2021 audit back to them, because we didn't get the 2020. We need those numbers. Right. So the guy that was there the head guy that was there from the audit said that he was going to get on to the guy and make sure he go ahead and get us that audit. See, that's something I'm sure they didn't know was going on either. So either way, we pointed out quite a few things today. And like I said, if everything falls and he do what he says, he rewrites the order. And like I asked him, you said on the 28th, you would be coming in and taking over our finance. We want to know that now that we got this laid out, once you get these numbers, I want to know where you back off on that, because, and like I say, again, it doesn't matter to me what a person tells me. I hear you, but it needs to be in black and white what you tell me.
That's right. That's right. I agree. Because one thing that I didn't like that he did was, didn't he, correct me if I'm wrong, send out letters to the citizens, and then and he, like 1,300 people, I believe, he sent these letters out to, and he, before he sat down and talked to you or anyone, he sent this stuff out, and I think that was kind of divisive. That just wasn't a good thing to do. And if you're trying to be on the up and up, that was kind of underhanded and sneaky, as far as I was concerned.
It was. And the thing is, I'm the kind of person that what you do to me or from the beginning, it sticks with me. It's not like an eraser. I can't erase that. It's not chalk. Right. It won't erase. So I'm like this. If you did this without talking to us, you not only not talk to us, you came in, you made demands, then you sent out a letter. And like I told him, I said, you have to see it from our standpoint. Because if you send out this letter to the constituents of our town and it's like trying to divide us, conquer and divide. if you want to put the citizen against the for officials that they voted to put in the seat, then you
Right.
want to make statements about us that says we are ill capable of
Right.
handling the funds or the finances of the town. Well, you didn't know none of that because you never talked to us. You
Right.
went off
Never
of what
sat
you
down and looked at
saw.
any paperwork or any of that stuff.
Nothing,
And the
nothing. And
thing
that's
is, he basically tried to insinuate that you all were incompetent and not capable of running the town and all of that stuff. And then talking about the finances, but all of that stuff got messed up when there was a whole nother set of people in there. And that's what
correct.
he should have been looking at. And then first things he should have done, in my opinion, was come and sit down and talk to you all and then look at what was going on before the financial situation and then look at it now. And then he would have seen the difference and that you all actually are doing the work and running it very effectively from what it sounds like.
Hmm. And see, and like I told them, nobody in here, and I spoke to the ones that was in the room. No one in here can run a business, walk in, and you are almost $500,000 short because somebody has taken that money, and you
Mm-hmm.
expect to get that town right back up that fast. We came in 2016 under the leadership of Miss Kilpatrick at that time, and we struggled to get things closed to try to fix the things that was because it was a mess. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing he said I could agree with. It was a mess. But my thing is, uh, now today he said he presented a list of which I hadn't seen it, but he gave it. He said he gave it to our city manager, a copy of it, which
Okay.
he says that it's a list of showing how many times that they contacted Mason, tried to work with Mason up to 2019. Well, I'm not saying, me personally, I'm not saying you did it or you didn't. But what I am saying is this: I'm not aware of that. And
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
and one thing I've learned, Miss Queen, is this: you can go in a computer and put whatever the ham sandwich you want in it.
That's true. You absolutely can.
You can change
Mm-hmm.
whatever you feel like.
That's
So
right.
that again does not mean to me that those are accurate. I can
Right.
go on the computer and say I had conversation with you all year long, but that don't mean I had those conversations.
That's right. That's right.
So and like I said, that's what has happened. That's what has caused us to get to this point. But I will say this: they used our finances of the situation now because of the blue oval. Yes, that's number one. Because
Mm-hmm.
the Ford company was coming. Oh yeah, they did what they did. They was wrong about what they did. But at the same time, they really after our waterway system. That's what they after.
Really.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what hasn't come to the light. And that's the truth. That's what they can benefit from, not only at the time of taking over our town.
Right.
Or if we had given our charter up, we would have given up everybody, whether you black or white, in this community. They would have taken over them, and you
Wow.
wouldn't have had a say so at all.
And that's exactly what he was hoping for, his ultimate goal. What also struck me as more than ironic was the fact that it seems like you all have been down there pretty much doing all this work or whatever, and they weren't even really thinking about it until they find out this Ford plant is coming there. And then they're looking at that like, oh, big business is coming. Now everybody stands to profit. So let's go down there and see what's going on and see if we can get them to give back the charter, forfeit the
Yeah.
charter.
Well, see, they didn't have to come to see what's going on. They knew what was going on. They knew
Mm-hmm.
that money was stolen. They knew all this. They knew that the courts didn't rule to make this man pay the money back, which it was three of them. It was three
Mm-hmm.
people who actually was accused of the money. Two of them black and one was white. Out of
Right.
all of them, neither one of the white paid the money back. Neither one of them served time. Only the black lady was the only one who actually served time and is still paying restitution for that money.
Wow. That's really
I mean, I
crazy.
don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't care how you shake that up, which way you turn it, how you want to look at it. When you get through, it is what it is.
That's right. That's right. It is exactly what it is, because I did read that one of them went to prison or jail, and that's why I was wondering what happened to the rest of them that were embezzling that money. So they just had to pay restitution. They didn't get any jail time.
They ain't pay They ain't pay restitution.
They didn't pay anything
I'm
back.
telling you, the guy that
Wow,
took the $600,000, they court ruled in his favor. Didn't make him pay the money back.
that's
The
crazy.
the other lady that took money, she went to nobody's court. They said nothing to her, but they know she took money. But the black lady who worked there, they made her, she served time and she
And still paid
paid
it.
restitution.
You know, that's how usually turns out when it's white collar crimes. That's exactly how it usually turns out. And so with that all being said, so they knew about the finances being messed up because of all the corruption that was going on previous at the end of the day. And they weren't doing anything to show any concerns then. But now, so let me ask you this. So with this plant coming there, right? This is going to, I imagine, would, of course, make business better and all of that. And aren't they supposed to be employing like 20,000 plus people?
They are. And plus, they are going to have a train site on there as well to be able to train people on the job. Keeping in mind now, they're bringing their own. They're bringing people themselves here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow.
they're also going to train people to do the job they want done. They're going to have a training facility there.
Okay. Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of money coming there. And
Oh yeah,
it's going to help to build up the town also as well, I would imagine. So
it will. I mean, because once your people here in Tipton in Mason, once our people here, whether they black or white, but the citizens, let me put it that way, the citizens of Mason, once
mhm.
they get an opportunity, if they choose to work there, they can go through training there so that they'll be able to do that job.
Okay.
So they have the opportunity. It will be given the opportunity. And hopefully, what we are hoping is that Ford will step to the plate because they're getting a lot of free money. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and Mason needs help. So why not help us?
Exactly.
We're a
Exactly.
small city, uh, doing what we can to stay afloat, trying to progress as well as benefit from what they have to offer.
Right. Now, explain to my subscribers, please, how they would stand to benefit so much so from the water plant.
Well, if the county took over,
Mm-hmm.
then they will have access to use our waterway system, because our waterway system is the only one between here and the waterways. I mean, Ford. It's the only
Okay.
one. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
closest one.
So that makes
And the county
sense.
mayor had wanted to build one, which they denied him that. So if
Mm-hmm.
you get denied building the one that you wanted to build or have it wherever you wanted to have it at, okay, let's hit Mason. That's
Right.
slightly with you give up your charter, which what they were hoping for, or we're gonna take over your finance. But technically, the only thing Mr. Montpower could have did was to come in and regulate our finance. Our
Mm-hmm.
charter was totally nothing he had to do with. That you just have to really, if you really put it together, you will know exactly what is going on. And
Okay.
keep it in mind that the county mayor
Mm-hmm.
is the chairman on the Ford board. Not only
Mm.
is he the chairman on the Ford board, he and the county has purchased over 300, somewhere between 300 and 500 acres of land between Mason and the mega site. So what I mean for industrial. So Don't you need a waterway system for that? You want to
Absolutely.
control. Instead, you want to say, "Oh, y'all waterway system gonna cost this amount of money, so y'all don't have the money to do it." Okay, you got the money. Come on in and give us the money and let us fix it up, and we all work together. But now you want to boot us out the way and control what belongs to us.
That's what that is. And especially after you all have done all this work to try to get things back in order after it was messed up in the first place for all those years.
Yeah.
So now here comes big money, and here they come running. All of a sudden, it needs to be done this way and not this way. So yes, absolutely. So, when will you have another meeting with them to find out the initial outcome, or whether or not they're gonna just go ahead with what they said today at the meeting?
Well, the thing is, we hadn't set up another meeting because, like I said, they're going to send their guy down
Okay.
Friday to verify the numbers. We're going to go from where we are with them right
Okay.
now. We're going to make sure they got the documentation. When the guy comes down Friday to verify the numbers, then we can go from there. In the
Mm-hmm.
meantime, we'll work to get our 2021 audit in once we receive the 2020. And then
Okay.
we will also to make sure we got our 2022 audit done by our fiscal year June 30 and no later than July 1, so that we'll be completely caught up, and hopefully that our 2022 audit will automatically be approved because we'll be out of this particular debt, hopefully.
Okay. Okay. So yes. So everything. So once they verify those numbers, he shouldn't have anything left to say.
Well, once they verify the numbers, he did say he would rewrite the the payment plan,
Mm-hmm.
which he has out now. He'll rewrite it, and it should be more affordable for us in the long run. So we're looking at having it paid off. Hopefully, by the grace of God, we will can have it paid off very soon. Hopefully,
Okay. Well, that's
at
that's
least by
really
fiscal year 2022.
okay. So I'm glad that you all are standing your ground and you didn't just go ahead and forfeit your charter and allow them to walk over you. Because that's what some people would have done. They just would have laid their hands down and been like, okay, this is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's good that you all stuck up for yourselves and you didn't just go ahead and let them just, come in and bulldoze their way around
Right,
and just run you
right.
all out of there after, especially after all the hard work you put in. And you all clearly care about the city,
Of course.
and the citizens as well.
That's
So
right.
that, yes.
And see,
And
that's one thing I told them when Mr. Munpower first came and made his demand. I said to him then that I was not willing to give up our charter and that I would fight for that charter. I told him that in front of the whole constituents, everybody that was there, I would fight for that charter and I will
mm-hmm,
fight for the citizens of Mason. And I meant that. I'm not fighting for one color. I'm fighting for everybody because it affects all of us.
that's
Whatever
right.
they have done, it will affect all of us, regardless to your race, whatever. It would affect all of us.
That's right. Because you are the ones that have to live there and deal with the consequences of everything.
Right.
And so I'm hoping everything works out and that he sticks to his word. And then now here's the question. Okay, so when is this the company is supposed to be coming there in 2025? Am I right? For the Ford
No, the
plant?
company's already here. They're beginning to break ground. They're there.
Okay.
They supposed to start breaking ground. My understanding, I think it's this week or by the weekend. But
Oh,
in 2025, they should be in operation.
in full operations. Okay. Okay. So how do the citizens feel? Now the citizens who received those letters from Mumpower, what did
Mhm.
they think about that?
Well, it was mixed feeling. It kind of accomplished what he would hope. That there was a lot of people that wanted us to give up that charter. Oh, give up the charter, because if you give up the charter, then we're gonna have something here. Then we can have stores. You can have it anyway.
Right.
Don't let people tell you what you can't have. You can have, if you can have it giving up your charter, you can have it without giving up your charter. It's
That's
just a
right.
matter of taking a stand.
That's
all.
good.
And all I try to get our citizens to understand is that we have got to take a stand, and we need to stand together.
That's right.
And we can't. Yes, we're elected officials of this town, but we need our citizens to help support us. You may not see it now, but in the end, you will see that we have done the right thing for our town.
And that's what his whole goal was, in my opinion, when he sent out those letters to the property owners there. He was trying to cause division, because he was trying to put it in their minds that, hey, wait a minute, they don't really know what they're doing. They don't know how to run this town. And so you all need us to come in here and take care of everything. And then everybody can prosper. It'll be more money, more businesses and all of that. It'll build up the town. That's how he presented to them. And that's why he went and did that first, went and sent out those letters before he sat down and talked to you all to even find out exactly what you all had to say or what was going on. So that was a backhanded move. That was real slick. So I absolutely wouldn't trust anything until it's in writing, like you said.
Right.
Yes. Okay, well, so it's really good that the citizens are standing behind you guys. It really is. Now, so tell me, is there anything that we can do to help? Now, I did tell you that a woman by the name of KD set up a GoFundMe, and everybody, y'all make sure that y'all, contribute and donate to that GoFundMe. But is there anything else that we can help? We're really trying to get the word out there, because, one thing about it, a story like this, once it gets publicity and people start hearing about it, that also will sometimes put pressure on people to do the right thing when they know that people are watching them.
Right. Right.
So if there's anything we can do to help.
Yes, ma'am. Continue to do what you're doing. Get the word out. Let people know. We appreciate the donations that we can get, the GoFundMe that has been set up. Whatever people do to help, it will help us financially to get ourselves in a foothold where we can move forward and show the people that Mason can stand on their own and that we can succeed if we come together.
All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ms. Rivers, I am so grateful to you for coming on here and sharing your story and giving us the updated information. And we're going to be rooting for you guys. Everything's going to turn out well, we hope. And we're going to continue to get the word out, and we're going to continue to donate to the GoFundMe. And I just wish you all the best. And I thank you for taking out your time. And now I'm going to be calling you, so you can keep me updated, and I'll update my subscribers as well. I know you have another interview coming up shortly, so I'm not going to hold you so long. But I really appreciate you for coming on here. It is really a blessing.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So everybody, let's get some fire emojis in the chat. Let's get some fire emojis in the chat. All right. And I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Make sure you like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Please. And y'all make sure you hashtag Save Mason, Tennessee. All right. Make sure you're hashtagging that. Make sure you're sharing the stories and telling people, and send it to contacts in your phones and all of that, so we can keep the story going. Okay. Keep a fire lit. Okay. So that all being said, I wish you love and peace. And I thank you so much. And I'll be calling you later on this week, just texting you or whatever, so you can give me the updates and everything.
Okay. So
all
I
right,
can
thank you so much.
I will have probably some more information after Friday.
Okay, yes, absolutely. So I'll give you a call on Monday, because I want to see what the auditor has to say or whatever. When they check the numbers and everything. Not the auditors, but when they check the numbers, when they take a look at the numbers. What you're saying. Okay. All right. So anyway, I will talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right. Peace, everybody.
In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? And
It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke, if you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil